Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a review and demo on the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I was so excited when I heard that this was coming out. Everybody, talks about the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It's been one of my favorites for a long time now. I think it's such an amazing foundation. But when I heard that they were coming out with the Pro Glow, I was so excited. I absolutely love a glowing foundation. Even though I have combination to oily skin, I actually like to mix it in with more of like a normal to matte foundation just to give me a lot of luminosity, but yet nothing too over the top or glowy. So I was curious to see how this L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation was. It came out a few weeks ago and I believe it first launched like on Walmart.com and it sold out like in minutes. I couldn't get my hands on it. It sold out on L'Oreal's website like in a couple minutes. And finally it's starting to hit stores. I picked mine up at Walmart and I believe it retails for $10.99 at Walmart. And they're starting to hit Walgreens. I think it's online at Ulta as well. And I don't believe they have all of the shades on Ulta.com because they didn't have the color that I wanted, so I didn't buy it there. But just know that it's coming to stores, so hopefully you guys can find it soon. Depending on where you purchase it, I think it retails from like $10.99 to $12.99. There are 12 shades in the line, and I think that's fairly decent for a drugstore foundation. What I heard is that these foundations run a little bit lighter than the Pro Matte ones. For example, I use the shade 104 in the L'Oreal Pro Matte, and then in the L'Oreal Pro Glow I actually bought 205. I had to go a shade darker. And this one actually matches me a lot better than the Pro Matte in 104. I just like the undertone of this one a lot better. So now let's get into kind of all the details. Basically, you get 1 fluid ounce in the packaging. It looks like, the Pro Matte packaging, except it's a glossy finish and it has blue lettering. What this claims is that it's a lasting glow foundation, never dull, never greasy. The finish is of course radiant. The wear time is 24 hours, which I don't know about you, I'm not trying to wear my foundation for 24 hours, but it's supposed to be long wearing. The coverage is medium and the texture is air light. This also has SPF 15 sunscreen in it, which I think is pretty nice because I will probably be wearing this throughout the summer, so it will give you some protection from the sun. This says that it's for normal to dry skin, but like I said, I have combination to oily skin, and this is the foundation that I'm wearing right now, and I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I have worn this all day at work, and I work 10-hour shifts in the hospital. So my makeup really has to be like bulletproof for it to kind of wear throughout the day. But just to give you guys an idea, I did wear this all day at work, and I did get oily throughout the day. It doesn't matter what foundation I wear. It can be matte and, extremely long wearing, like the Estee Lauder Double Wear is like bulletproof pretty much. But I still get oily in my T-zone, especially like on my nose with that foundation. So I expect to get oily with any foundation. I did get pretty oily with this foundation. I did have to blot and touch up throughout the day, but I got a good at least like 4, maybe 5 hours of wear before it started to get pretty oily. What I do like to do is mix this with my L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation. It was just so beautiful. I didn't do that today just for the sake of the review and video purposes, but yesterday I mixed the two foundations together and it was extremely long wearing. I got a little bit oily throughout the day and had to blot maybe once, but it looked beautiful throughout the day. It didn't break up. So if you have combination to oily skin, I would recommend maybe mixing this with the Pro Matte foundation or another, favorite of yours. If you have dry to normal skin, you're probably gonna love this foundation because the finish is just so beautiful. It sits so nicely on the skin. It doesn't really break up throughout the day. It doesn't enhance any dry patches. And it's very buildable. So I think if you have dry to normal skin, you're gonna absolutely love this foundation. Just because I have combination to oily skin, I wasn't gonna skip out on this. So I'll make it work for my skin. Usually I'll use it with a mattifying primer, and like I said, maybe mix it in with a little bit of a matte foundation. But regardless, I think this foundation is amazing, and if you guys haven't tried it out, you should definitely pick it up. If you have tried it, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm curious to see if any other combination to oily skin types use this and what your thoughts are. And normally in the demo portion of the video, I like to apply half of my face with a brush and half with the Beauty Blender, but I've already tried both and I liked the Beauty Blender a lot more. So for the video, I just went ahead and applied it with my damp Beauty Blender. And let's just go ahead and jump right into the demo so you can see how this covers and how it looks on the skin. Alright guys, so I primed my face with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer as well as the Matte Primer in my T-zone. And then I'm going to go in with my damp Beauty Blender and I am just going to cover half of my face so you can see in comparison to the other just how well this evens out my complexion and conceals all of my blemishes. As you can see on my chin, I had a lot of active breakouts and redness, and this just concealed it really nicely. This is very buildable and it doesn't get cakey at all. It just feels so nice on the skin. It's very lightweight, and as you can see, it just blends out so easily. I love the undertone of this foundation because it has a yellow undertone. I have such a hard time finding yellow undertone in drugstore foundations, and as you can see, I'm just going in and kind of putting this over any of the dark areas or blemishes that I have on my face, just to show you how buildable it is. It covers up very nicely and it does not get cakey when you try and build up certain areas. So I really like this foundation. I think it's so beautiful, and as you can see, it just looks healthy and radiant. It just, doesn't look heavy on the skin at all. And as you can see, just look at my cheekbones. It gives it just a nice healthy glow, and it's nothing over the top at all. It's just beautiful. So I hope this review was helpful for you guys. I do have a review on the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation as well, so I'll link that down below in the description bar if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you can catch my next video and we can stay connected. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!